So today we're going to be taking a look at Showmaker. Showmaker is really impressive at the moment on the Korean ladder. He's got this account at rank 1 and he's also got this account at rank 2. Now this account literally translates to Kim Ji-yeon Polar Bear, and he's also got what I'm guessing is his main Damwon Gaming Showmaker. So we're going to be having a look at his Syndra. As you can see from the stats, he's got an 83% win rate and all the stats on his other champions are really impressive. And then on his rank 2 account, again, he's got a 71% win rate over 24 games. And the stats on all the other champions, again, are really impressive. And there's not even that many games played really across the two accounts. So we're going to have a look at how he's able to dominate and win on Syndra at the very height of the Korean server. So we'll jump into game right now. I'll see you in a moment. So here we are in the game. Your runes and build order for the game are on the screen at the moment. The most interesting thing to note is that Showmaker's actually taken Ghost. There's a little skirmish here, level 1. Wow, they actually managed to pick up the kill on the lead there. So he takes the Ghost, which has just been reworked, so it gives the move speed instantly instead of ramping it up over time. And he's actually using it to get to lane quickly at the moment. It's really good on Syndra because she's an immobile champion, so it just gives her that extra bit of survivability from ganks and things, and also if you're chasing people down, it's good for that too. So Showmaker's opponent for this game is Maple, who's quite a well-known pro in the LMS. So quite aggressive trading already in Lee's here. Oh, blows the flash. So you can see that every time the Jace steps up, he's looking to queue him. He's just keeping the wave a decent size. And the thing with Syndra is you can auto to last it and fire the Qs at the same time to trade. So it's really good for that if you can kind of keep one eye on the minion health and one eye on the enemy champion. Gets the level 2 and a quick stun in there as well. It's really nice. You can see how aggressively he's playing. Now he's looking to thin the wave out because he's gonna have a crash at his turret, otherwise just trying to even it up to stop it coming under his turret. And he just zoned him away from the siege minion there. And it makes sense to play aggressive like this when you know the Jace's flash is down. You can just take advantage of that, and he can't risk stepping up. He's going to have to take a recall here, and he will miss some minions, even more if he shoves this in there, which he is going to. Coming back to his items, so he started with the corrupting potion, which also helps with that early lane trade, and it's become quite common now on mages like Syndra. And his runes are fairly standard, taking the comet for some extra trading potential. He's got the mana flow band to help with his sustaining lane, help him to win that economy war. But he's looking good at the moment. Got a bit of a CS lead and able to blow both summoners on the Jace. So we'll see if he can turn that into an advantage. I think what we'll do is we'll watch a bit of the laning phase and see how he lanes, and then we'll skip ahead to some of the skirmishes and team fights that happen later on and watch how he plays those. So you can see his position. He's stood up really aggressive in the lane. As soon as Jace tries to jump in there, he just pushes him away. Misses that Q. But other than that, he plays that pretty flawlessly. And now Lee's here, and he's ghosting. This is where it comes in for the chase then. Instant move speed. Doesn't even need the Lee. Just finishes him off. And the cooldown's still really low for what a ghost gives you. And that is a disaster for the Jace. That the size of that minion wave have crashed. It's really big. Not quite going to be able to chase down the Shyvana there. But they do pick up the plate on the way out, which is a nice bonus for him. So now he's recalling again. Oh, or is he going to bait it? Is the Lee going to come in? He's got his ult now. Doesn't have a lot of mana. They're just backing off. So the first base, he picked up the Dark Seal and Sapphire Crystal, which is fairly standard. The Dark Seal's very good on an early back. Gets you the AP, you can build it towards the Morello if you're snowballing. That really helps you finish the game off. And the move speed, if you get it to 10 stacks, is really nice there. And he's going to start building now towards the Hextech GLP, which is handy into melee matchups. Means that he can slow them and kite better. But for now, he's just going to pick up the Lost Chapter, which will really help his in lane sustain again. Actually, on the chase here, but Shyvana is there, and she ults in. And they've just turned it on her. Yeah, I don't see why. She's all in there. She's deep in the enemy jungle. She didn't know where the enemy team was. I paid the price for it. And that puts Showmaker 2 kills up, which is a very nice lead this early in the game. Even though his team overall is behind. We'll see how they convert this into an advantage when his team's struggling. He's taking another base there. And he picks up the boots and an Amptone. This will just help him get about the map a bit quicker. And getting those boots in early in mid lane's really nice. In terms of both avoiding ganks and also for roaming and returning to lane quicker. His C might pull back now, so he should just shove this and either go for plates or look to roam. The Shyvana looks like she's starting the Rift Herald. So then, if they can figure that out, they might be able to collapse on her. But they don't have it warded at the moment. So it looks like he's just going to pick up a plate here. Doesn't manage to get it actually. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, and the Shyvana's finished the Herald off. And the Lee's getting in a bit of a fight now. All collapsing. Can't really help him there. And now Karma's here as well. That poke damage is ridiculous. Just about manages to survive. But he's going to be forced back to base now. Or is he going to try and stay? Going to try and stay and clear the wave, but there's no way that's going to work out well. Just going to pick up those plates off the Herald. Which puts the overall gold even further behind. Showmaker's the only one who's actually useful at the moment, really. He's got 15 CS lead and those 2 kills. So he picks up the Hextech Revolver, which will help him to build towards the GLP. Okay, so that's the lane phase, so now we're going to jump ahead into some skirmishes and some fights later on in the game. See how he plays those. So here we are a bit later on into the game. Now there's going to be a small skirmish breaking out. Just looking in the river, Showmaker's pop Ghost. And he just lands a nice stun onto the Shyvana there while she was trying to do the crab. Now he's holding his flank position and he's going to come back and re-enter the fight. Looks for that Ezreal, he just fires the ult and he's got no chance. That's the beauty of Syndra. And the Jace is on the run now. And after a while, they'll eventually chase that Jace down as well and pick the kill up there. So Showmaker's invading with the Lee Sin here and they're looking to steal away the enemy blue buff. The Ezreal ult misses. The Lee Sin's getting jumped on by the Jace and the Showmaker lands a great stun over the wall and the Jace just gets popped. The Ornn is looking for the counter engage. Manages to knock up two. Showmaker, you can see, is just stood in the backlines, casting, lands a nice stun onto the Shyvana and they pick up that kill as well. The Hextech GLP and the Spellbinder come in really useful there with the slow and the movement speed to help them secure that kill. So you can see here they've just picked up the Dragon Soul. They're in a really commanding position now. They're looking to close the game out. And Showmaker lands a really nice stun onto the Karma there. That's one thing you can always look to do with Syndra, is get those stuns, look for picks. Don't necessarily have to always team fight. Make the pick and now that gives them the opportunity to go straight onto the Baron and close the game out from there in a really strong position. So you can see here Showmaker's off to the flank in the river, just sat on a pink ward looking for a pick. He's trying to get control in the river of the crab. The pings are going down for blue team to engage because I think they've got an advantageous position, but actually Thresh and Showmaker are sat there and now the Ornn's in a bit of trouble. Slows him with the GLP. I don't really know what the other team's doing here, but Showmaker ghosting in. This is where it comes in really handy. He's chasing down the Ezreal. Even with all those, even with the flash and his arcane shift, can't get away. And just shoves the Jace back to escape. And that's exactly how you want to play. A couple of picks, and now they're just going to run it down with the Baron and the Dragon Soul and close the game out. You can see here his final build, he's got GLP, the Spellbinder, Void Staff, and he's stacked that Morello, which is doing absolute work for him with those stacks on at the moment. It really helps you snowball the game. And they're just going to close the game out comfortably. Hopefully that helped. And if you like the video, please leave a like, and I'll see you next time.